this question is front and center in every field right now. And I think the idea that medicine would be immune to the same pressures, political pressures, is not right. I mean, we feel the same thing that everybody else feels in trying to figure out what's right and what's wrong. We were raised in such what I think a cool way in this respect. I mean, we sort of, I think, you talk about privilege, like being privileged is to grow up in a place that is diverse and yet people really don't focus on it.
Yep.
Like any of these diversities, like that is lucky as hell.
Straight up. And as you get older, you see how rare
it's rare.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's rare.
Yeah.
And I think about like growing up, I just look back, like my group of friends. I mean, think about that. The group I grew up with since kindergarten, my closest group of friends, like, Matt Nemat is like son of a Egyptian guy and a Lebanese woman, Teddy, Korean family, Neil, dad, black guy from Georgia, mom, a DC public school teacher, and Jason, grandfather. That was my group. Jason's grandfather was like a leader of the civil rights movement, Sterling Tucker. You look at that, like that's better than the United Nations, right? Like none of us ever thought about it, knew about it, nothing. So,
and everyone's staying in each other's houses. Everybody's
that's right.
intimately involved.
That's right. It
with
was nothing.
Yeah.
It was literally nothing. It was do the right thing. The best idea wins. The best, whatever it is.
Judge on what you should be judged
That's
on.
right.
Like your integrity, your work ethic, your grit,
I have a strong bias toward the idea that our job really needs to be to open opportunities at early young ages for everybody. But that by the time we get to professional schools, I think the shift from focusing on opportunity to merit and achievement just slowly should be shifting as you get older. Mm-hmm. And the idea that at the end of this funnel, we can admit more people from diverse backgrounds into medical school, and that's going to solve equity issues, I think is fool's gold. It makes a pretty picture when we show our class and we've got more diversity that you can see when you look at the class, but it oftentimes is either not achieving real diversity, right? You're getting people who may look different but may have come up in the exact same background.
That's right.
Or sometimes it's putting people in a position that they didn't earn and making them diminish what they're doing, put them on an uphill battle. Whatever it is, that has to be such a small piece of things at that late stage. But how do we address all the opportunities early on that didn't give kids the same opportunities? And so for us, it's interesting. I mean, what I really focus our side on is getting out in the community and getting exposure and interest in diverse groups into medicine and healthcare early, right? Like we partner with Garrett's group, a place called Home. Like there's a thing our orthopedic group built a high school. It's actually called Orthopedic Hospital Magnet High School. That's about taking kids from kind of that area that we're in down there in South LA and getting kids to see the opportunities. If you didn't grow up around a hospital, we didn't grow up around a hospital. You don't know the jobs that are in a hospital, the opportunities would you know what being a scrub tech in an OR is, what being a radiologist is, or radiology technician, or being whatever. I mean, there's a huge industry in healthcare. It's the fastest growing industry in the United States, right? Like these are huge opportunities, but in so much of the country, they don't see that early on. So whether we're going to train doctors out of this and getting to grade school kids and high school kids, what we can do is get exposure to these young kids and let the ones who are really gravitate toward that, get the ones who gravitate toward academic achievement. We want to see high school kids from these areas. If they gravitate toward it, they should be having resumes and CVs like the kids who are in Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because the kids who are in Beverly Hills, their parents are calling us and saying, hey, can my kid come and volunteer in your lab this summer? Like that ain't the kid,
Right.
right? Like that clearly ain't the kid.
Right.
You know, and so they come in and they volunteer and they say, I worked in this immunology lab
Right.
as a 7th grader, right? Like, what did you do there? It doesn't matter. It's
Yeah.
like, I worked in this immunology lab.
Yeah.
And so if we can get the kids early on, so I mean, my view of that, it's a simplistic answer, I guess, but it's, you know, those of us who are lucky enough to be in professions that there is interest in at this tail end, that there's a big push to diversify at the tail end. I think spending way less time on that and way more time on introducing the field and the opportunities early on so that people can gravitate to it who may not have that opportunity.
Yeah. Anybody else?
Ooh, I got one.
Go ahead.
What do you think standing in the way of us like solving some of these like curing some of these diseases? Is it money? Is it willingness? Like, is